Everyone's guilty pleasure, the mindless social media scroll. It seems harmless, but it's a silent productivity killer. We've all done it, haven't we? You pick up your phone to check one message, and before you know it, you're deep down the rabbit hole of endless posts, photos, and videos. It's a time vortex that sucks you in, and before you realize it, precious minutes, even hours, have slipped away. Let's take a moment to analyze this habit. You see, social media platforms are designed to be addictive. They employ powerful algorithms that feed us content based on our likes, shares, and scrolling habits. This creates a personalized stream of information that is hard to resist. The more we engage, the more tailored our feeds become, and the harder it is to break free from the cycle. But here's the kicker. Most of the time, we're not even aware of how much time we're wasting. We're simply caught in a loop of mindless scrolling, aimlessly consuming content without any real purpose. And that, my friends, is the crux of the problem. Now, we're not suggesting that you quit social media entirely. It's a great tool for staying connected, sharing experiences, and even learning new things. But it's important to be mindful of how we're using it. Setting specific time limits for social media use can be a game changer. It's about creating boundaries and taking control over your time, rather than letting it control you. Consider using apps that track and limit your social media usage. You might be surprised at how much time you're actually spending on these platforms. Remember, every minute you save can be used for something more productive, whether it's working on a project, learning a new skill, or spending quality time with loved ones. So next time you reach for your phone, ask yourself, am I scrolling with a purpose, or just killing time? Ever found yourself stuck in the email black hole? It's a place where time disappears and productivity goes to die. We've all been there, haven't we? You start your day, coffee in hand, ready to conquer the world. You open your email, and bam! Suddenly it's lunchtime and all you've done is respond to emails. Sound familiar? This, my friends, is the infamous email black hole. Emails are a crucial part of our work. They help us communicate, collaborate, and stay connected. But unchecked, they can become a massive drain on our time and productivity. Research shows that on average, professionals spend about 2.5 hours per day just checking and responding to emails. That's over 10 hours a week or 20 days a year. Think about it, that's almost a month of workdays spent just on emails. Imagine what you could achieve with that time. So how do we escape this black hole? The key is to manage your emails, not let them manage you. Here are a couple of tips. First, try not to check your emails first thing in the morning. Instead, start your day with your most important task. This boosts your productivity and gets your day off to a great start. Secondly, set specific times during the day to check your emails, maybe once in the morning and once in the afternoon. This way, you're not constantly distracted by incoming messages and can focus on your work. Lastly, consider using email management tools. These can help you sort, prioritize, and even automate your emails, saving you precious time. The email black hole is a productivity pitfall that we often overlook. But with a bit of discipline and the right strategies, we can escape its grasp and make our days more productive. Remember, not every email needs an immediate response. Take control of your inbox, don't let it control you. Striving for perfection can seem like a good thing, but it often leads to paralysis, stalling your progress and wasting valuable time. Imagine a scenario where you're painting a picture. You want every stroke, every color to be just right. But as you obsess over the tiniest details, hours slip by. You're stuck in the same spot, and the picture is far from finished. This, my friends, is the trap of perfectionism paralysis. Perfectionism, despite its seemingly positive connotation, is a sly thief of time. It lures you with the promise of flawlessness, only to leave you stranded in the land of overthinking. You spend countless hours mulling over every decision, every action, trying to predict and control every possible outcome. And while you're caught in this whirlwind of thoughts, time keeps ticking away, leaving you with little to show for your efforts. But that's not all. Perfectionism also breeds procrastination. Fear of making mistakes, of not living up to unrealistic standards often leads to inaction. You keep delaying tasks, waiting for that perfect moment, that perfect idea. But let's be real, perfection is an illusion. It's a mirage that keeps you running in circles, never quite reaching the destination. So, how can we combat this time waster? The answer lies in embracing the concept of good enough. It's about recognizing that perfection is unattainable and that progress is more important. It's about understanding that mistakes and failures are not catastrophes but stepping stones to improvement. Replace the pursuit of perfection with the pursuit of excellence. Focus on doing your best within the given constraints. Prioritize progress over perfection. Celebrate small victories and learn from setbacks. Remember, a completed task, even if it's not perfect, is infinitely more valuable than an unstarted one. In conclusion, perfectionism is not your ally in the quest for productivity. It's a time trap that can leave you stuck in a cycle of overthinking and procrastination. So the next time you find yourself striving for perfection, take a step back and ask yourself, is this pursuit of perfection helping me move forward, or is it just holding me back? Perfection is an illusion. Aim for progress, not perfection. Multitasking might seem like the key to productivity, but it's actually a myth. That's right, folks. The idea that handling multiple tasks at the same time increases efficiency is one of the biggest misconceptions in the world of productivity. Let's delve into the science of it. When you multitask, you're not actually performing tasks simultaneously. Instead, you're rapidly switching your attention from one task to another. This is known as task switching, and it's a cognitive process that requires a lot of mental energy. Each switch comes with a cost, called the switching cost, which refers to the loss of time and productivity that occurs when your brain changes gears. Consider this. You're writing an important report while intermittently checking your emails. Each time you switch from the report to your inbox, your brain has to refocus, understand the context, and pick up where it left off. This constant shift in attention disrupts your flow and reduces the overall efficiency of your work. Now let's talk about single tasking. This is the practice of focusing on one task at a time, giving it your full attention until it's complete. Single tasking allows your brain to enter a state of flow, a mental state where you're fully immersed in the task at hand, leading to higher productivity and quality of work. Let's not forget about the impact on stress levels. Multitasking can lead to increased stress and mental fatigue as your brain is constantly working overtime to manage multiple tasks. Single tasking, on the other hand, can reduce stress levels and improve your mental well-being. It's time to debunk the multitasking myth and embrace the power of single tasking. Remember, it's about working smarter, not harder. By focusing on one task at a time, you can increase your productivity, improve the quality of your work, reduce stress, and ultimately reclaim your time. Multitasking is a trap. Focus on one task at a time and watch your productivity skyrocket. Saying yes to everything is a surefire way to overwhelm yourself and waste precious time. But why is that? Well, let's dive into it. Imagine your time as a garden. You've got a finite amount of space to plant the seeds of your tasks and responsibilities. Now, if you're saying yes to everything, you're cramming in seeds left, right, and center. Some of these seeds might be unimportant weeds that will grow to overshadow your valuable plants. The key is to be selective about what you allow into your garden. This is where the power of no comes into play. No is your gardening tool, helping you weed out the unimportant so you can focus on what truly matters. But saying no isn't always easy, is it? We often feel obligated to take on tasks or help out others, even when it's to the detriment of our own productivity. But here's the thing. Boundaries are crucial. They're not just about keeping out the negative, they're about creating space for the positive. Learning to say no is about setting these boundaries. It's about understanding your priorities and standing by them. It's about acknowledging that your time is valuable and should be spent on activities that align with your goals and aspirations. So how can you harness the power of no? Start by identifying what's truly important to you. What are your priorities? What tasks or activities contribute to your goals? Once you've got a clear picture, it becomes easier to say no to the things that don't align with these priorities. It's also important to remember that saying no doesn't mean you're being rude or unhelpful. It's about being respectful of your own time and energy, and respectful of others by not committing to tasks you can't fully invest in. So the next time you're faced with a request or task that doesn't serve your goals or priorities, remember the power of no. It's your tool, your shield, your garden shears, ready to help you weed out the unimportant and make space for the valuable. Remember, every time you say yes to something unimportant, you're saying no to something that matters. Routines might seem boring, but they're actually magical when it comes to saving time. Now you might be thinking, but I don't want to live a life that's all planned out minute by minute. Hear me out. Routines don't have to be rigid schedules that suffocate spontaneity. Rather, they're frameworks that provide a sense of structure and predictability, allowing you to navigate your day with ease and efficiency. Think of routines as your personal roadmaps. They guide you through your day, reducing the number of decisions you have to make. This, in turn, helps combat decision fatigue, a real phenomenon where the quality of your decisions deteriorates after a long session of decision-making. By establishing routines, you're effectively outsourcing some of your decision-making to your past self, freeing up mental energy for more important tasks. But the magic of routines goes beyond just saving mental energy. They also help us become more efficient. When we repeat the same tasks in the same order, we get better and faster at them. It's like a musician practicing scales, or an athlete running drills. The repetition ingrains the sequence in our brains, allowing us to execute the tasks almost automatically. Now, how can you create effective routines? Start by identifying the repetitive tasks in your day. These could be anything from preparing breakfast to responding to emails. Next, batch these tasks together and schedule them for specific times. The key here is consistency. Stick to your routine for a couple of weeks and you'll start to see the benefits. Of course, routines should be flexible. Life is unpredictable and sometimes you'll need to adapt. But having a routine to come back to can provide a sense of stability amidst the chaos. Embrace the magic of routines. They're your secret weapon against time wasting. So, there you have it. The 6 time wasters you need to avoid to reclaim your days and live a more productive, fulfilling life. We've journeyed through the labyrinth of mindless social media scrolling, peered into the abyss of the email black hole, confronted the immobilizing monster of perfectionism paralysis, debunked the multitasking myth, embraced the power of no, and discovered the transformative magic of routines. It's a lot to take in, but remember, every journey begins with a single step. Start by tackling one time waster at a time. Maybe begin by setting boundaries on your social media usage or by implementing a routine to structure your day. The important thing is to take action. Small changes can yield significant results over time. Remember, awareness is the first step towards change. By recognizing these time traps, you can take proactive steps to avoid them and make the most out of every day.